Yeah, 2 legendary summons.
Come
Oh
on.
man, get that rubbing in, right? The Karate Kid. Right?
Yeah.
Get that Karate Kid in. What's going on, everybody? It's Childish. We're back at it again with another summoning session for Might and Magic Elemental Guardians. Today we have our first subscriber session, and in order to get that done for the first time, we got Mr. Mike Mobile in the house with us today. What's going on, my man?
What's up, everybody? What's going on?
Yeah,
Love to the community there. What's happening?
yes. If you guys have not heard this young man, this is the first, I think it was, what was it? Not even a week ago that you started streaming for the MMBG community. So, again, on behalf of everybody that has already been a part of it, thank you so much for jumping on board and hanging out with us as a content creator, man.
Yeah, not a problem, man.
So let's go ahead and get right into it. Again, we have It's Moto. He reached out to me just a couple of days ago, so we're looking to get about 100 summons in. And again, if you guys have not caught Mike's stream, he recently did a super big stream and pulled himself some really good units. I think he finished off with a Fire Diva. Is that correct?
I finished off with the Air Faceless, but the Fire Diva was the one that got everybody.
Yeah. So no, you got the Fire Diva, but you had an Air Faceless as well.
Yeah, I got the Air
Okay.
Faceless. That was
Okay.
the last pull. The final pull from the five purple stones was Air Faceless. Just like, hi,
Mike,
right before you go.
you scare me, man. I'm like sitting like, wait a second. I saw you pull a Fire Diva because I saw everybody in the
Yeah,
chat go
yeah.
salty,
The Fire
salty.
Diva came. The Fire Diva came. I accidentally alt tabbed, and I was trying to get back up OBS, and I saw the lightning in OBS, and I didn't even turn. If you see when you see the video, my face isn't even at the camera because I saw the lightning in OBS, and it popped up, and I was just stunned for a moment, like.
It was a blessing. You guys definitely have to check it out. But before we get into the summons, again, my man, you just recently started doing the streaming. So do me a favor. So for everybody out there that's checking you out now on YouTube, how did you even get yourself into the MMBG community? What like motivated you to stream?
Well, I always had a thing I wanted to stream, but there wasn't a game I wanted to stream, of recent. Like originally I wanted to stream Summoner's War, but it got so saturated that I just didn't want to contend in with everybody else that was trying to do it. If you ever went to go look in its prime, it was just crazy. And then a friend of mine mentioned to me that, Might and Magic was Ubisoft was making a Might and Magic game in the same style. I said I would check it out. And I liked what I saw and decided that, if there was ever a time, it's now, so do it.
I heard that. I like what I saw. It's the best way to say it. I'm the same way on that one here. Definitely a big fan of this game and having a blast making content for it. Wow. Apparently
Is that how it goes, all right?
yeah, that's it. So again,
Started the first one.
I ain't trying to like spoil it already, even though we talked a little bit about his summons. Like I don't know what it is about Mike, but he just brings the luck your way. So if you guys ever need some assistance on that, make sure that Mike is in your channel. Okay, Mike is hanging out with you. I'll tell you what. All right, so let's keep on pulling this here. As far as the new units that you got, like you said, we got the Fire Diva and the Air Faceless. Which ones have you built up both of them? Which ones are you playing around with?
Well, I just started. Wait, hold on. What we got here?
Tower Rat.
The hippos.
The belly dancer, the belly dancer. Get that dancing in. Get that dancing.
I haven't 5-starred her yet. I'm actually right now while we're doing this, I'm farming in the fire version of the event dungeon. I'm just farming fodder while just running through it slowly.
Okay.
Just because it's one of those. I have a thing about the efficiency, and I've learned some things from the community, and I'm just testing some stuff out so I can make an informed video later.
Jeez, dude. You were always gonna be here on my channel. Okay, I'm gonna say it right now.
Yo, on a side note, I got the Fire Crusader from a random one of those shards
Nice.
while I was farming. I was just summoning them for fodder because I need so much fodder, and it went lightning Fire Crusader. I was like, hey, that fire guy has a heal on it. He's good.
Yeah, it's super nice. I'll tell you what, dude. What are we like 10 summons in? We already got like 2 or 3 lightning. We were not even 10. We were not even 10 there. That's crazy. Okay, again, sorry for whatever you do for your day job. You're gonna have to quit it. Okay, we're going professional here. Okay, I'm gonna hire you as a personal stand-in for our summons. No matter what, we got to get these lightning in.
Just sit here and smile at everybody. Push the button.
Gotcha. And so some of the things we were talking about on the side, obviously you got a couple of ventures that you get into, but this is something that even though you first started out, just a week ago, this is something that you know quite a bit about. So I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about that.
As a profession, I started off as like a web designer. I went to school to do web design, but I knew I was going to do web design from middle school. I had the network admin of my middle school. One day I walked into his office and he had a HTML book. I was like, he was doing some messing with some pictures on. I was like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm building the school's website. I'm like, how do you do that? And he handed me a book and he's like, just read this. That was it.
There you go.
What we got?
Dude, I don't even get. I can't. Like, I'm so mad that I didn't have you with my wife yesterday because I tell you what, right now, what is going on? What is going on? It's going nuts here, dude.
Frogs and hippos. Dude.
Insane amount of lightning. I feel bad because what is going on? What is going on? Triple. That was back to back. Like, I can't even say it because it just doesn't make sense. It's not supposed to happen. Mike, you're not leaving this channel, okay? You're gonna stay here every single time. You can quit your job right now. You're never going anywhere else, okay? What's going on? Unbelievable.
So after that, I went to school to do web design. When I left that, I got a cubicle job, and I hated it.
Yeah.
I hated it. It was good. It was good money, but I hated it.
Jesus.
I like summoning things. You see, that's where it's at.
Man, that summoning is. I tell you what, dude, this is nuts. Water Felicore is such a great unit.
You should just stop and go to the casino, dude.
I should. I honestly, I have no idea. Like, I'm trying to be positive right now, but I'm just so salty at the fact that this guy's getting so much lightning. Like, it's holy cow. Like, he really wants the water, the priestess. Or the water treant as well, the water holy sister and the water treant. So I mean,
they are good.
I know, right? Gosh, we are just pulling units left and right.
And then so after that, I left that. I got a job just being an assistant at a piano store and just working on the website and trying to brush up the web marketing part, making people rank on Google. And I couldn't spread my wings there, so I left and I took another job where I work part-time now. It's an air conditioning company, but I rank all their sites and keep their phones ringing.
Yeah.
But I don't like the way they really just are constricting, so I have it limited to a couple days a week, which gives me time to do other stuff.
Yeah.
I contract for IT sometimes, and now I can stream for the other time, so now I have a full plate and I like it.
Yeah.
And
I was gonna say, it seems like for the majority of your work, you're kind of your own boss. You like to kind of do your own thing,
Yeah, I like that, and I really wanted to get into streaming. So like I said, I felt like it was the time. It felt like the community was good, the game was good, and why wait?
Yep. No, I completely agree, and that's the funny thing about the world we live in. A lot of people when they see something new and exciting, but people are just like, I don't know what to think about it. It's those people that actually stick their head out and give it a shot when it's not like super blossoming. Is the ones that truly shine and really have developed like a name. Like the loyalty is there. Down the road, you could really see it. I mean, you think about some of the biggest companies out there. If we talk about something like Facebook or something like that, a lot of people, had they invested into it, early on, they would have been millionaires right now, right? But none of us really thought that was going to get anywhere up until it got stupid big.
And then it got ooh. My dad told me a story a long time ago, and he told me that he had a friend who was bothering him to get into stocks with him. I'm talking about the kind of narcissistic, annoying bothering until he was just like, no. And then he found out like 5 years later what the guy was bothering him about, and it was about Viagra. And so my dad was just kicking. Dude, he told me, he was like, it's the worst to say. Oh, there he is.
There he is.
He's like, that's the worst thing I never listened to. Just get out of my face. And he's like, do you know the type of money that you would have had if I would have just said, yeah, let me just invest some money?
There you go.
And he like thought about it. Sometimes, so he told me the point of me telling you this, Mike, is just strike when the fire is hot.
There you go. Hey, whatever works.
Like, the point of this story is just, if you feel like it's time, just do it.
Yeah, definitely. And it's funny because you were talking about this unit right here on the side, Fire Crusader. Yeah. So maybe what you need to do is kind of spurt out random names of key units that we want, and that'll give us what we need.
Like Daimo? Yeah. I love him.
Yeah.
Earth Daimo in here. Some Facelesses.
There you go.
Some Necros.
Speaking of the Daimo, as far as your Nat 4s go, out of all the Nat 4s that you currently have, which one's like your favorite right now?
Dude, he was my first. And because of the way his roles turned out for me, he's still my favorite right now. Like the Fire Diva is coming in second, but they work in tandem,
Right.
you know. So yeah, she's good, but when he gets to go first, and the way I have him built is a double speed, one crit rate, one crit damage, and double attack. But he's on strength and meditation.
Okay. Okay.
So his first has a chance to roll into a 60% chance to do an AoE or 60% chance to take another turn. And I got to take another turn.
My gosh.
So I looked at, well, you have a 60% chance to take another turn, and these glyphs have a chance to have him have a cooldown. When he has max skill ups, his AoE is a 2-turn cooldown, and he doesn't have a third skill. He has a passive that says anytime he kills something, he does AoE dots across the board and becomes invincible for a turn.
Right.
So I was like, dude, so if he starts going crazy and spamming, and then he starts cooling down, he'll be able to do this a lot. And it was working very well. And then yesterday, amongst those summons came the Water Holy Sister, and with that cooldown now and Fire Diva, they just do some amazing things.
Right.
And I'm just watching my screen like, well, where is glyph removal day? So
right?
Two of these things into something awesome.
Let's see here. I think this is one of the units that I pulled as well back in the day, or just a couple of days ago. It has a pretty unique kit, but I was telling them that telling the community out there, I thought this one was a little redundant if you get the defense, because he can spec into a defense buff on the first or critical rate buff. So if you get defense, it's kind of redundant there because it has it on that third skill.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
That's a weird choice they made there.
Yeah. But it's all good. I mean, it's a defender, so we'll see how much that gets used right now, especially with the crazy tanky meta right now. But I feel like a lot of the saboteurs support units are getting quite a bit of play here. What's your thoughts?
Oh, saboteurs are most of my units are saboteurs. Like the Fire Faceless is a saboteur.
Right.
And when I first got the Fire Faces and the Air Necro, I didn't think they were great. It's that I just didn't know. Like I'm not the type of person that's following up on what the 4-stars are, the Nat 4s, because really I was like, there's a sub 1% chance to get it, and I just don't want to be there like hounding to try to get something. So I just try to stick to knowing what the 2 and 3 stars are, So I just looked at their skills and I was like, until I realized what destroying HP and parasites actually were, and then I was like,
there you go.
What's going on here? Like I didn't know what they were, and then until I saw them in action, I was like, wait. So it just disables the HP. It's just that's it.
Yeah.
It's just gone, and then that's what they have. Oh
right.
My God. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, it's a pretty unique mechanic. I'm actually excited to get a new unit down the road there.
That is one of the things that really, really, really got me into the game, is when you look at the buffs and debuffs. It's just the list is so extensive. You're like,
Yeah, it was a lot to take in. So, what was I gonna say though? I forget. That air succubus that we just pulled. I think isn't that the one? I'm trying to think here. I mean, I know the fire succubus is pretty good, but I think it's the earth succubus that has a disabling ability that you were talking about. I think it has it on that third skill as well too. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I think the Earth Succubus, she has critical rate, crit damage scaling. That's what's unique about her. That makes her really powerful. That she scales on crit damage, and the multiplier for that's supposed to be ridiculous. Like somebody's testing that right now.
There you go.
Actually,
I'm looking to see that testing done. Oh man, I tell you what though, I can't even get over the amount of lightning that we've had so far. It's crazy. Like I haven't even my summonings haven't even come close to the amount of lightning we've gotten in this standalone summon. It's nuts. So you've been doing some of the farming, you said, in the event right now. What are you currently back up to a certain amount of summons, or have you just been popping them?
No, I've just been popping them. Really, I need the fodder, so I'm doing it for getting fodder. I'm not really looking for anything. It's just like, hey, I can level some guys up and get fodder at the same time. And if RNGesus decides that there shall be a lightning and something good shall pop out, I will accept it. But I'm not looking for it. It's just fun. I feel like it's just, a cool thing to do. It's a really good event. It's up for a really long time. I plan to just take advantage.
Yeah, might as well. All right, I think we've gotten through, I think it was about 57. Was it what it originally started out with, the regular Soulstone. So now we got 24 here. We'll probably go into the elemental ones, and then we'll break into those legendary ones and see if we can get a Nat 4 here. Gosh, I know that this rates state that we shouldn't get one given the amount of scrolls that we have, but I'll tell you what, we got some pretty good luck going on here. I'm bound to get one of these lightning to get an Nat 4, so we'll see.
Hey man, it has to happen.
It has to happen.
It has to happen.
So now, with regards to your streaming and whatnot, and like you said, you work a couple of days a week, just kind of regularly. For the people that are listening out there in the MMEG community, what are you got like a schedule getting ready, or what are you thinking about streaming?
Wait, hold on. Let's see what.
What do you got? Oh, it's the Cyclops.
Cyclops. As far as my streaming schedule, at first, I think I'm gonna try to do one morning and one evening on my days off. So basically Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Okay.
I will post up. There will be slight discrepancies to that because, like I said, sometimes I do contracting, so sometimes I just am not available.
Okay, sounds good.
But I will definitely have a method of getting it out to people following me and whatnot to know. It'll be posted on my page, and I'll have social media, whatever, to get out there when I will and will not be with some definitively. But it will be mostly 2 streams on my days off because I have the time to do it and it's fun.
There you go. Most definitely. Yeah, I wish I could stream a little bit more. I work a crazy job myself. I'm a juvenile officer, so we work 12-hour shifts, unfortunately. So it doesn't cut me it doesn't cut me that much time to spend time with my son before he goes to bed. So I have to wait till he goes to bed and then I can stream for a couple of hours before we call it a night. Oh man,
there's something up with these shards, dude.
I don't know.
It's always the shards. The shards just seem like they have like a % lower.
Yeah.
Just for whatever reason, it's just the shards. They always feel like
It's like that delay of like making the shards into a soulstone. It like screws up the rates or something like that. I don't know what it is.
There's something going on there.
Right. And that's what we said on we was talking about that on your stream when you were doing your summons. Like before your stream, I did not see anybody get any lightning on an elemental soulstone. I was like, man, what is going on? Then of course you pop cup. I'm like, okay, well I guess that myth has been busted. Jeez. Oh my goodness!
Busting Mike Mobile in the house. Huh?
There it is. That's a tongue twister right there.
Whew.
Oh my goodness! So we get quite a decent amount of 2-stars. A lot of ones that can potentially be built, but hopefully this can be something that could change it up. Oh, we got the Fire Holy Sister. Okay. So this one's a pretty unique one here. Got the revive mechanic with the turn bar increase and the defense buff, and then
we have a res, right?
Yeah. That's a res. Did I say heal?
Yeah.
Or did I say rise?
I don't know. I think you did. I'm just looking at it like that's but that's what makes her unique. There's not a lot of resers.
Right. Yeah, it's a pretty fun unit, and it actually can do some decent damage with the second skill apparently. So I don't know. I have not pulled it yet, but I feel like I'm kind of in this situation where I'm trying to bring. Like I think that would be something to play around with in TOT, but I can't see myself like using a reviver right now in the regular PvE content because I just.
Well, even if someone dies, if your group moves on to the next map, then you can't revive them anyway. So.
Right, exactly. That's something that we actually pointed out to Ubisoft to see if they were going to mess around with it because I feel like it kind of brings the value of a reviver down a little bit.
Yeah. It kind of makes them less. You don't really. It's like, well, if they die and she doesn't revive immediately, and then it's just. Then what are you here for? You might as well put someone else more supporty that will just keep everybody alive.
Oh my goodness!
And you just don't plan for death.
Dude,
Minotaur.
I think we are, if not hit the dozen mark, we have to be at like 10 to 12 Nat 3 so far with all the summons here. We're way ahead of the curve on summons on Lightning right now. Yeah,
but we want that 4-star.
Yeah, we want
that special something to send them off with,
Exactly. You got to give it to us, Mike. You got to figure out a way to send your energy through the computer.
He's gonna grab a dragon and make us all salty.
Dude, I'll tell you what. Apparently, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen through these elemental stones here. Mm-hmm. Fire dragon incoming? No. This one apparently, I must have hit the That's so weird. I press a tap to open.
Yeah, but if you tap, even though you don't see the skip, if you tap that area, it still triggers. I noticed.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
If you tap the area where skip is, you can just skip the whole having to wait for it because it's there even though you don't see it.
Gotcha. Interesting, interesting. Where's our dragon?
Come on, dude. Come on,
I
Lightning. Where
know,
you
right?
at?
They're just taking their sweet time right now.
Like they're pouring in, but they just don't wanna.
No,
They don't want to hit the sweet spot. They're
no.
like, here, have all these other good things, but you know.
Yeah. We got so much lightning so far, like we can't even get mad, so but like I said, we definitely want that Nat 4. At the very least, one of the two natural 3 stars that he wanted. We still haven't pulled one of those yet.
What you wanted the
Water Holy Sister and the Water Treant.
Oh yeah,
So,
those guys are good.
Right. Do you have any of them?
Yeah, I have both of them.
Oh my god! Why did he even ask? Of course you did. Of course
I got the Water Holy Sister on stream yesterday. How I was begging for a healer to please appear. You're like, guys, watch! I was begging, dude. That was my biggest weak spot. I had no healer. My best healer at that up till then was having the Earth Cub.
Nice.
And is a good unit, but it's more geared to having attackers. You know, it does crit rate, crit damage, and attack buff and ATB increase, which is nice in
Right.
a PvP setting.
Right.
But in the way we're kind of progressing dungeons, it's not that good right now. But it's all I had, so hey, I built it up and just used it until something else came.
Let's see. Come on now. Where's that? We haven't got no lightning in the elemental stones.
Yeah, these things are mean, dude. They're mean.
Something else here, but we still got 3 more to do. Get that Earth Diva one time.
Come on, Ubisoft. Y'all know now. Look. Something's wrong with y'all stones confirmed, man. Come on, y'all gotta fix that in the next patch. Address that one because
we gotta hook Moto up, man. He needs it.
It just feels like shards don't ever want to produce lightning.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard out here in 2018, you know. Come on now. Oh my goodness, you gotta be kidding me. Boy, they better make up for it in these legendary summons. We got 2 more to go, I believe. Yeah, 2 legendary summons.
Come on.
Oh man. Get that rubbing in, right? The Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Right? Get that Karate Kid in. Here we go. We're just gonna let it roll out.
Let it ride.
Let it ride. Gotta get it. Come on now. Show them what that Nat 4 looks like. Let's go. Oh my goodness. The Fire Feather Core. Like literally the worst one out of the group, I think. Man, unbelievable. Okay. We still got one more. Now, if I recall correctly, before you went extra on your summons, like your last summon, right? Your last legendary summon was a Nat 4. Is that correct? Before you got Okay. So we just need to replicate.
We need to replicate
What did you say? What did you say before you did the summon? Figure it out.
I have no idea. Be an F4 now.
Okay, here we go. Let's take it. Oh my goodness! You gotta. That is not an F4. That is not an F4. All this guy does is belly dance.
Why weren't you Earth at least?
Unbelievable. Well, again though, we cannot get mad.
No, he had a lot of lightning.
I honest to God think he had more lightning than I've had in all 3 of my summoning sessions combined. It's that it was that high. So
a thunderstorm going on, but
it was amazing. But either way, again, Mr. Moto, thank you so much for allowing us to do summons. And Mike, as always, thank you so much for your support and thank you for hanging out with us on the channel.
Yeah, no problem, man. You know, anytime. I'm here if you need me.
All right. So again, guys, if you want to go ahead and check out Mike's mobile stream, I'm going to go ahead and leave a link in the description down below if you want to go ahead and check him out. Again, thank you all so much for your support. It's your boy Childish and Mike with ChildishPlays checking out. Take care, and we will see you guys in the next summoning session. We're out.